Hello, this is Mongo Slade, and today we're going to talk about two gimmicks from Two Cold Scorpio. But first, I need y'all to hit that like button for me on your way in the door, and I also like for you guys to hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If you are subscribed, then let's talk about Two Cold Scorpio, aka Flash Funk. So, Two Cold Scorpio is what he was for his entire career. Uh, in ECW and in WCW, where that's probably where I first saw him with his Two Cold Scorpio. Just high flying, highly energetic black man who was his incredible aerial artist. It was fantastic stuff to watch him, But of course, I was a kid then, and I really didn't. I just kind of like like big move, like the big somersault leg drop. I thought that was such a badass move, and I probably seen it maybe in WCW or something. But I didn't get to sit down and absorb a lot of that because Two Cold Scorpio was pretty plain. Like he would do a big move and he would dance a little bit, and that would be pretty much it. He would hit like a big move and he would dance. He'd do a little something like a little two step or something like that. That was part of his personality that he would. It was kind of like him showing off, kind of like Rob Van Dam would take that up later. Rob Van Dam would do a big move and then he'd point to himself like RVD. That's kind of how Two Cold Scorpio would do. He would do like this big move, a big moonsault or something. And then, he would dance a little bit and then that was it. And in the early days of ECW, haven't gone back and watched a lot of the old ECW, that was pretty much what Two Cold Scorpio was. He didn't have much of a big personality. He didn't really talk that much, but he was very good. Always had good matches with like Dean Malenko. And I believe he had some good matches with Eddie Guerrero too. I'm trying to remember. Yes, he did. Because I think they feuded for like the TV title in ECW. I don't remember his WCW stuff that much. I do remember that one match he had with Chris Benoit. I believe it was Super Brawl 94 maybe, or 90, probably 94. But anyway, after all that, we got Flash motherfucking Funk. Now, before there was the Funkasaurus, before there was the Godfather, there was Flash Funk. And oh my God, Flash Funk was the loudest, most over-the-top pimp-based gimmick I ever seen. Like, Flash Funk, for sure, is something out of a Donald Goines novel. They had the big high boots. The boots were so high, and they had like things that come off the boot. So it was like he pulled the boots on, but then there was like parts that were supposed to cover up his knees that don't. It was so strange, but he was so colorful, and he had the big hat, like the big pimp hat, like something out of the Mac. He had the mink coat. He had the two chicks, and in the theme song. The theme song is the big killer. Like the theme song is what give it away, because you had this. Oh, Flash, you are so funky. I was like, what? I was what, like 12 when when Flash Funk debuted. Oh my goodness, good God. Now I know a lot of people think that the Flash Funk character was sort of stereotypical, especially considering quite a few black dudes after him got dancing gimmicks. Godfather being one of them. He was a pimp with the hose. And then you have Funkasaurus, you had Funkasaurus, who is half black. Tyrus is half black, and he would get a dancing gimmick, and he would also have two girls with him. But I listened to some shoot interviews with Two Cold Scorpio talking about the Flash Funk character. And he basically said like he took it upon himself to get it over on his own. Like he said, he was presented with the character because he was asked about his special skills. Because Vince always asks people, do they play instruments, do they sing, dance, whatever. And he told Vince that he dances, and that was part of his act that he used to dance. So Vince went out and got him some dancers. I think they was from maybe a basketball team. I think he said it was. I think it was the Knicks or whatever basketball team is in New York. Knicks, Nets, one of them two. And he brought those two. That's who the Funkettes, the two dancing girls that was with Flash Funk. They was part of whatever dance team that Vince found these chicks at. And he was talking about basically that he took it as a personal challenge to get the Flash Funk character over. But the Flash Funk looked ridiculous. Like he looked like something out of 1978. It was so God, man. If he had now the name is pretty bad. Flash Funk is pretty bad. That's a shitty name. If he had still been Too Cold Scorpio and took away that hat, it would have been a lot better. That's all you needed to do. Change the name, get rid of that fucking hat, and it still would have been fine. Like he was good for the time because he jumped off the screen with the colors. Like Flash Funk was very colorful. It's very loud. He jumped off the screen. People always got into dancing gimmicks. Dancing gimmicks always go hard left. Like they always go straight into comedy, right? Like it's like nobody takes dancing gimmicks seriously. The moment you start dancing and stuff like that, it's over. You're a comedy character. But he was very serious as far as like his athleticism and all that type of stuff. But Flash Funk, I don't think I ever heard his voice until I started listening to shoot interviews with him in it. And that was like the first time I ever heard his voice. Like he didn't talk. He didn't do anything. He was just come out there. Oh, Flash, you are so funky. The stereotypical black woman in the song, singing the song. The Flash Funk theme song is out of control. It is some silly, silly shit. Okay, it's silly as hell. It fits the character, but it's silly as hell. It was completely cartoonish. I don't hate Flash Funk though. Flash Funk wasn't around long enough for me to hate him. I think he was only around for like 2 years before they started going back to Too Cold Scorpio. He went back to new ECW or something like that. He wasn't around that long. I don't think Flash Funk made it out of '97, but it was an experience. Flash Funk was an experience. You had to be there, and a lot some people are on the fence though. Like I saw a lot of people who actually did enjoy Flash Funk, and some people who didn't. It's kind of, I was okay with it. I just didn't like the name and I don't like the hat. But the way the character was presented was fine. I just don't like that they just saw, oh, well, it didn't work with this black dude. We're going to do it again with the Godfather. And then we're going to do it again with the Funkasaurus because, you know, even though it hit pay dirt with the Godfather. It's just, and the crazy thing is he thought he was supposed to be Rick James. That's what he thought. I'm like, he thought he was supposed to be Rick James. How could you look at that and see Rick James? Like, also was a pimp. That's all I saw. Look at the hats. They made him wear hats with like feathers in them. Like do 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 do. That kind of shit. Like something out of a Curtis Mayfield soundtrack. That's how he looked. And he thought he was supposed to be Rick James. What? No wonder it didn't work. He had no idea what he was supposed to be doing. All right. Thank you guys for listening. Like the video. Tell me whether you liked Flash Funk or not. I'm pretty sure most people don't. But tell me what you guys think of it. Like this video, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.